Kentucky's longest-serving senator is still hospitalized tonight, as he has been for weeks, and still for an unknown reason, and the speculation is swirling about his current condition. WCPO 9 News senior reporter Sean Delancey's been digging into this, looking into what happens if he cannot finish his term. Sean?
Yeah, Adrian, the latest statement from Mitch McConnell's team says that he's recovering and focused on working on Kentucky and Senate matters. It is similar to the one they sent us on July 2nd and on June 22nd, and the information vacuum here seems to be getting filled by rumor online. Right-wing social media influencers are claiming the senator is dead or brain dead, while senators and longtime friend Scott Jennings tell CNN they've talked to him on the phone in the last few days.
All I can tell you today is all the rumors about him being dead or brain dead or, being his body's being hidden somewhere. I've seen all kinds of crazy things on the internet. That's obviously not true because he picked up the phone and called me.
The latest 3-week-long hospitalization comes after a series of falls and 2 moments where McConnell appeared to freeze mid-press conference.
Okay. This evening, we're also getting an update on Senator Mitch McConnell's weeks-long hospitalization. The senator released a statement and this new image with his wife by his side. McConnell says his hospitalization was a result of a fall. The 84-year-old senior senator from Kentucky spoke about how older folks often hesitate to share vulnerability, saying in his statement, in part, quote, "Even in the public eye, I feel that same instinct. I can't help it." McConnell also said he dealt with a mild case of pneumonia. McConnell is retiring at the end of his term in January.
There are growing questions this morning about the health of Republican Senator Mitch McConnell. The Kentucky lawmaker was admitted to the hospital more than 3 weeks ago, back on June 14th. But his office has only released some vague updates on his condition since then.
Because it's just normal that when you don't see someone for this length of time, you have to think negatively of them.
The latest one from last Thursday states that McConnell, quote, continues to improve, but it offers no specifics about why he was hospitalized nor the type of treatment he's receiving. There's also been no confirmation from McConnell's office as to whether or not the senator is even currently conscious.
Whether conscious or not, he is not pronounced dead, and this is one thing Democrats or the news people should know, okay? Because once he's dead, he's going to be pronounced dead. But now, a whole lot of rumors going on and saying all sort of things about him, and that is what is terrifying the internet about his particular case.
The New York Times reports that on the morning that McConnell was taken to the hospital, in their words, emergency responders reported performing CPR on an unconscious individual undergoing cardiac arrest at the senator's Washington address. That's according to recordings of dispatcher calls that were widely reported by news outlets last week.
But later on, it was discovered it was not an cardiac arrest or something like that, because people always kind of way of making their news sell to the public, not all or actually what happens at the end.
And obtained by the New York Times. The recordings do not name McConnell as the individual. We should just note that
the 84-year-old senator plans to come back to work, according to his team. But I asked Sean O'Reilly at NKU about the prospect of him resigning or dying before his term ends in January. Is it clear what that triggers? What happens?
Listen to this, because this particular statement she gave here escalated the whole internet. People saw this differently and never expected this to come from her.
So the law as it stands was passed in 2024. It says that the governor has to call a special election.
The law stripped Governor Andy Beshear of the power to appoint an interim senator. Beshear would have 30 days to call the election, and candidates would then have 49 days to consider running.
In the meantime, it will remain vacant.
That timetable becomes complicated on and after August 3rd, where the special election would run into the already planned
But now it's coming complicated because people have not pronounced him dead. People just kind of give their opinions and thinking people should just solidify or concretize on what they are saying. But actually, there's a whole lot of things to be done when it comes to looking at situations like this.
November general election, potentially confusing voters, and Riley says creating a question for the courts to weigh in on.
This would be the first time we're testing the law, and so I think there are some pieces that are a little less clear in the law.
Regardless of what happens, Kentucky will have a new senator in this seat for the first time since 1985 come January.
Because this is one of the first times this thing happened, because when you kind of have a sitting mayor and now he can represent the member of the Senate for a long of time, people consider him kicked away, and now the governor, since things have to take place and laws have to be amended or voted upon, they have to replace the member. Maybe a real one or something fake, but a new one has to be replaced.
January 6th. And they will be a junior senator, which is very much a different beast.
And that Senator Paul will become the senior senator from Kentucky.
Well, the plot is thickening on Mitch McConnell again. You are not going to believe what Governor Andy Beshear of Kentucky said in a press conference this morning.
There's still a lot of talk regarding Mitch McConnell's absence from the United States Senate. I know this week you said that the senator should perhaps release a video or two or call into a news station. Some agree with that take. However, some are saying that the senator is owed some medical privacy. So what are your thoughts on the situation? And just checking in again, have you heard from the senator since?
I have not heard one thing from Mitch McConnell or his office. And everyone deserves a level of privacy on their health. But when you take on these jobs, when you represent the people of the Commonwealth of Kentucky, you give up some of that. That's just what it is. That's what comes with the territory. And when you've been in a hospital for a month and you've missed all the votes, which is your job, I mean, basically, you're not able to show up for work. You owe your boss, like anybody else out there who works, an explanation of what's been going on and when you'll get back. And that's all we're asking for.
And that is so true. I get the point, and you should get the point critically, because people are always asking, like, why are people always hunting, or people want to know his medical condition? Does he not have peace of mind or privacy on situations like this? That is your own opinion, and that is what people always think about it, because he actually has to work and people need to know what is up, because he has to represent his position of why he was voted there, because people loved him, chose him to be there, and now he can't deliver because he's not there due to his e-health. And people need to know why, if these votes are going like this, it's imbalanced, because it's going to cause an instability because all the members are not there. And now they are thinking, like, should I replace him with a new member so that other members could run the services or the activities well, or should I wait for him to come back, and all those kind of stuff like that?
From the senator. It's been reported that he's had 17 and 20-minute conversations with different individuals. So call into a news station for 5 minutes. Put out a short video. And it's not just me. Thomas Massey is asking for the same thing. We all want him to be okay. But when you're in these jobs, and there's just this rampant speculation all over, just a little bit.
Fuck is Mitch McConnell? Find out in the latest installment of my new hit series, Is Mitch McConnell Alive Now? Turtle Watch, day 34. So McConnell's people just released another photo of him from the hospital, but it has issues. The angle of the lighting coming off this guy's glasses, it's wrong. You can see things through the rim of his glasses that actually aren't in the background. You got room 411 and room 412 inside the same room. Also, when the hell did they start putting the room numbers inside the rooms? Oh, and this is a great touch. A clipboard that's supposed to be like a chart for a patient. Since when are we keeping manual medical records in the digital age? Also, he's wearing the same goddamn shirt he was in the other Proof of Life video. He appeared.
And now, when you see stuff like this, people kind of making sense of the leaked information they have to bring out why something or evidence of something, because I've seen a whole lot of videos online talking about this particular issue about Mitch McConnell, because people just want to know his whereabouts and what he's doing and how he's faring. Because you see videos like this, you tend to believe them, and now you go see all of them are fake at times. And I'm not saying this is fake, I'm just saying that you should not base your trust or believe on just anything you hear online.
He appears to be 10 years younger and has reversed the effects of multiple strokes, recovering very effective use of his upper and lower lips. As a physical therapist, I can tell you, anybody who can stand upright independently with no walker and not hanging on to someone, why would they still be in the hospital doing rehab? The game is afoot, ladies and gentlemen. So this photo is another fake. Folks, this makes 2 photos that they have tried to release to the public as proof of life, and they are clearly both fake. So I
understand all what he's trying to say here, because if you're fine, strong, without anybody holding you, what to do in the hospital, you're supposed to be out there serving the public or serving people of why you were there, okay? Because I now understand what he's talking about, and now you should take a deep breath before believing anything you hear online, okay?
I stand by what I've said. He's either already gone or he's on life support. And being on life support this long, that's not even sustainable. All of this information is helpful when trying to answer the question, is Mitch McConnell alive now? Thank you for your attention to this matter.
We have not seen Senator McConnell in more than 5 weeks. We don't know when he'll be back. Should he resign?
I mean, if Senator McConnell is not capable of as basic a task as answering a letter to Governor Bashir. I think that conveys a very disturbing inability to fulfill his duties. The governor has asked the senator a very simple question and request weeks ago to simply provide an update on his health. And Senator McConnell nor his staff have provided that. And
they can't provide it because he needs to think about it critically. And now things are weighing now in America because a whole lot of people look into this and they're like, okay, this is our country, this is what we feel, because you can see BBC reporting this, CNN, a whole Sky News Australia, and a whole lot of news outlets, and you can see publishers publishing this and saying all what they feel is right. But this is something, when you're incapable of handling a post over a long period of time, you have to be replaced for things to be voted or things to move in an economy or the company well.
And I think that at a certain point we have to be asking where he is. I understand that people have a right to medical privacy and to deal with their issues, but we do not have the right to disappear from our jobs without explanation. I don't think any American has ever experienced the ability to just leave your job for over a month with no explanation to your employer. And we are accountable to the public. And we sign up for, while there's some measure of privacy, we also sign up to give up a small measure and some measure of privacy because we sign up to be accountable to the American people. And I think that the inability to be transparent is disturbing to everyone, regardless of your party or background.
So that is it, and a whole lot of people kind of looked at this critically and felt like they were being cheated upon, okay? Because people couldn't believe that this is happening under their nose, under their face, and nobody's talking about this. And that is where the spark is. People think that the Republicans are covering something, hiding something from them, but now we want to uncover everything here on this channel. I just want you to know, if you're loving this video, and I want you to know to subscribe, because BBC, everybody, we just get to talk about this and to make people really see the reality of what is truly happening. We don't kind of sugarcoat anything here. We don't kind of make you feel like you're depressed. No. We bring out what is supposed to be bought so you go to better understand where to place your next steps and again how you work out your stuffs, okay? Because all this is happening to make America great again. No matter what is happening, let's put our heads together to resolve the issue amicably. Thank you.